Hi guys, this is O level chemistry, paper 12, November 2021, question 31. The table gives properties of four metals P, Q, R, and S. Okay, method of extraction, reaction with water, and reaction with acid. So for P, method of extraction is electrolysis only. There is no reaction with water, and P reacts slowly with acid. For Q, heating, oxide with carbon, reacts slowly with steam, and reacts slowly with acid. R, electrolysis only, reacts rapidly with steam, reacts rapidly with acid. And S, heating, oxide with carbon, and no reaction with water and no reaction with acid. Now, which statement is correct? P is the least reactive. There is not enough information here to actually position an unknown metal in the reactivity series. So A will have to be rejected. Q would displace R from a solution of its salt. Now, both of them are reacting with steam and both of them are reacting with acid. The speed of Q is lower than the speed of R. That is the only information here. It does not show whether Q is more reactive than R because Q has a slower reaction compared to R. So option B has to be eliminated. R could be zinc. Now, if R was zinc, it would not react rapidly with steam because zinc would not react with steam. Zinc is amphoteric, and amphoteric elements do not react with water. So C is wrong. So this leaves D as the correct option. Let's look at what D says. S could be copper. Now, heating oxide with carbon. We have copper oxide heating with carbon, giving us copper metal and carbon dioxide being formed. So this is the method of extraction. No reaction with water because copper is less reactive than hydrogen, so it will not react. And no reaction with acid as well. So same reason. It will not react because it will not displace hydrogen. So based on all of the points that we just discussed, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 32. Which statements about extracting metals from their ores are correct? 1. Aluminum is extracted by the electrolysis of aluminum oxide dissolved in cryolite. Yes, that is the process of extraction of aluminum. Silver is difficult to extract from its ore because it is of low reactivity. No, that is not the reason why silver is difficult to extract from its ores. 3. Iron is extracted from hematite by reduction in the blast furnace. Yes, hematite is Fe2O3. Fe2O3 is reacted with carbon, or in fact carbon monoxide, and this produces iron, and carbon monoxide is converted into carbon dioxide. So this is reduction of Fe2O3 to produce Fe metal. So statement 3 is correct. So the option that has statements 1 and 3 correct is option B, making B the correct option for this question. Question 33. Which statements about corrosion of iron are correct? Corrosion can be prevented by coating iron with zinc. This is what is known as sacrificial protection. So yeah, this is true. 2. Corrosion only occurs in the presence of both air and water. Yes, it is because of water vapor in the air. 3. Rust is an alloy of iron and oxygen. No, it is a compound. It is not an alloy. It is not a mixture of iron and oxygen. Iron and oxygen react with each other, forming iron 3 ions and O2 negative ions. So 3 is wrong. And 4. Sacrificial protection occurs when iron is connected to a less reactive metal. No, The term sacrificial means that the metal that is attached to it would be sacrificed. That means it would be more reactive, not less reactive. So statement 4 becomes incorrect. So the option that has statements 1 and 2 as the correct option is A, making A the correct answer for this question. Question 34. In the extraction of aluminum from aluminum oxide, the following three reactions take place. Al3 positive are reduced to Al, O2 negative ions are oxidized to oxygen, and carbon burns in oxygen to produce CO2. Which reaction takes place at the positive electrode? Now, the positive electrode is the cathode. Now, what happens at the cathode? Reduction takes place. So, we have Al3 positive being reduced to aluminum, whereas the second reaction is oxidation. Now, in this oxidation, we have oxide ions losing electrons to form oxygen. And the third one, it is an oxidation of carbon. But this happens because when oxygen is produced, that oxygen is at a very high temperature. So the carbon electrodes, they react with oxygen and are converted into carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is removed and this results in the electrodes being uh, required to be replaced. So reactions 1 and 3 would happen. And reactions 1 and 3 are the options in D, making D the correct option for this question. Question 35. Which statements are correct? Chlorination is used to remove unpleasant taste from drinking water. No, carbon is used to remove taste and odor. Desalination can be achieved using distillation. Yes, because the solid would remain and the liquid water would evaporate. And three, the presence of phosphorus in water and soil encourages plant growth. Yes, because phosphorus is one of the essential nutrients and is part of the NPK fertilizers, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So options 2 and 3 are correct. This makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 36. Two isomers are shown. So four carbon isomer. This is called butane. And 1, 2, 3. This is called 2-methyl propane. Okay. Which statement about these isomers are correct? They have the same empirical formula? Yes. Because they've got the same molecular formula, they would have the same empirical formula. They have different molecular formula? No. Same empirical and same molecular formula. They are members of the same homologous series? Yes, both of them are alkanes. So statements 1 and 3 are correct, which makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 37. A hydrocarbon compound Q has molecular formula CXHY. Okay. Q reacts with hydrogen to form a single product with molecular formula CXHY plus 2. Okay. Which statement about Q is correct? Q does not burn in air. No, it will definitely burn in air. It's a hydrocarbon. B. Q is a saturated hydrocarbon. No, Q is not a saturated hydrocarbon because when Q reacts with hydrogen, it has two hydrogens added to it, which means it has a double bond present, making it unsaturated. C. Q reacts with bromine to form a single product with the molecular formula CXHY minus 1 Br. No, if it reacts with bromine, it will form CXHY Br2. That is the product that will form. And Q reacts with steam to form a single product with the molecular formula CXHY plus 2OH. Basically, we have CXHYOH forming. Now, since we have CXHYOH forming and we also have a hydrogen being added, so that would become Y plus 1. So, if we add all the hydrogens together, we end up with CXHY plus 2 and O. So, CXHY plus 2O is the correct general formula for the product formed. This makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 38. Which structural formula represents an alcohol? An alcohol would have an OH group present in it. In A, we have got an O present between two carbon atoms. So this is wrong. In B, we have got an OH group present next to a carbon atom. This is correct. In C, we have got two carbon atoms bonded to the same oxygen atom. This is wrong. And in D, we have got a COOH group, which is a carboxylic group. This is also wrong. So the only structure that contains the OH group for alcohol is B, making B the correct option for this question. Question 39. Which statements about carboxylic acids is correct? They are prepared by oxidation of alkanes. No, oxidation of alkanes would produce carbon dioxide and water, not carboxylic acids. B, they decolorize bromine water. This is the property of alkenes or unsaturated compounds. C, they react with alcohols to form esters. Yes, carboxylic acid plus alcohol forms ester and water. And D, they react with carbonates to form a salt, hydrogen, and water. Carboxylic acids react with sodium carbonate to produce a sodium salt of carboxylic acid plus CO2 plus H2O. So no hydrogen is being formed here. So presence of hydrogen makes this statement incorrect. As a result, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 40. P is a polymer that has 6 carbon atoms in each of the monomers from which it is formed, is not a polyester, is formed using condensation polymerization. That means it's a polyamide. So if we look at option A, we've got the ester group present. So A becomes incorrect. In B, we have got the amide group present, so we'll have to look at it further. In C, we have got the amide group present, we have to look at it further. And in D, we do not have an ester or an amide group. That means this is an addition polymer, not a condensation polymer. So now we have two options, one of which is correct. So the first point has 6 carbon atoms in each of the monomers. That needs to be looked at because both of them are polyamides and both of them are formed by condensation polymerization. So in B, if we start from here, one repeat unit is this, and the other repeat unit starts from here and goes till here. And in C, the first repeat unit starts from here, goes till here, and the second repeat unit starts from here, goes till here. Now we need to calculate the carbon atoms in each of the repeat units, which will give us the number of carbon atoms in each monomer. So in this, we have got 6 carbon atoms already. So this is the 7th and this is the 8th. So there are 8 carbon atoms present in one of the monomers, and it says has 6 carbon atoms in each of the monomers. Because of this reason, option B is incorrect. This makes option C correct, but we will calculate the number of carbon atoms in the monomers. So in the blue one, we've got 4 in the center and 2 on the side. So 6 carbon atoms. And in the red one, we've got 6 carbon atoms in the center, which makes this the correct answer for this question.